In Praise of Creation by Elizabeth Jennings. About the poet, her consistent devotion to poetry yielded over 20 books during her life. An important theme is her Catholicism, and many of her poems have a devotional aspect. Her intense musing on spirituality encouraged a sensitivity towards others, evident in the pained tenderness of some of her poems. Summary in this poem, In Praise of Creation, the poet is in awe of the creation by God. The speaker, on the other hand, is unclear about why nature is so inspiring and awesome in the truest sense. Everything is inexplicably awe-inspiring to the poet. That one bird, one star, the one flash of the tiger's eye purely assert what they are, without ceremony testify. In the first stanza, the poet emphasizes the word one, meaning that even one thing has caused the poet to be in awe. Jennings has spent enough time studying that one bird and that one star to realize that the beauty and majesty of one small little bird are beyond her comprehension. The poet understands that the light from a single star, traveling millions of light years distant, is enough to make her marvel at the universe. Then she talks of the one flash of the tiger's eye. Jennings considers the tiger to be genuinely rare and wonderful. The poet then mentions that there doesn't have to be any need for a formal event. Instead, they testify to their beauty by doing what comes naturally to them. Testify to order, to rule, how the birds mate at one time only, how the sky is, for a certain time, full of birds, the moon sometimes cut thinly. Furthermore, Jennings continues to convey the idea that these magnificent things follow an order or rule. With the birds mating at only one time, the sky being full of birds, and the moon being cut thinly sometimes is not something that happens according to the way they want to act, but to the way in which the rules and orders of nature are. From the moon to the birds in the sky, the speaker is awestruck by the order and rule that appears to exist in the universe. And the tiger wrapped in the cage of his skin, watchful over creation, rests for the blood to pound, the drums to begin, till the tiger's shadow casts. Moving on, in the third stanza, the poet is mesmerized by how a tiger has a visible sign of warning. According to the poet, the stripes on the tiger depicts a cage informing other animals about this beast's hazardous nature. However, Jennings finds the tiger watchful over creation as it is also an important role in how nature functions. The poet then describes that the tiger is waiting with his blood to pound and the drums to begin. Jennings gives us readers the idea that something intense is about to happen, but ends the stanza with the tiger's shadow casted, leaving the readers curious as to what will happen. A darkness over him, a passion, a scent, the world goes turning, turning, the season seethes earth to its one sure element, and the blood beats beyond reason. In this stanza, we readers are given a proper understanding of what will happen. The poet tells how the tigress's shadow would fall over the tiger, leaving behind a passion and a fragrance. It is now evident that the speaker is talking to the tiger and tigress mating. The world goes turning. Turning conveys that even though the mating happens, the rest of the world will continue their own work. When it comes to mating, she acknowledges that blood beats beyond reason and that one just cannot understand the nature of it. Then quiet and birds folding their wings, the new moon waiting for years to be stared at here, the season sinks to satisfied things, man with his mind ajar. Then the speaker mentions the silence and the way the birds are folding their wings after the mating is over, similar to the calm after a storm. Jennings then tells that the new moon was waiting for years to be stared at. The season sinks to satisfied things and man is left with his mind ajar once more. It's possible that this is a connection to human mating. Unlike animals, which are completely silent after mating, humans have the opportunity to reflect and wonder about existence. Themes: divinity, the description of the moon and stars, which have frequently been utilized in literature to indicate the presence of strangeness, can primarily be utilized to interpret divinity. Indeed, the moon is personified as a figure who is waiting for the natural order to be restored. The moon could be regarded as God in this manner. Nature, the poem's major theme is nature, which is represented by the tiger, locked in its own skin, the birds resting, and the moon in its dark phase. Jennings is emphasizing the natural blessings that God has bestowed upon us, something that is increasingly being forgotten as technology advances. Here are the poetic techniques found in the poem. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a clear understanding of the poem. If you like this video, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel and to comment down below.